I don't care. I've lost all my standards. I've given up on integrity. We're in a pennant chase, people. 9 games under 500. We're 3.5 out with the Twins in action tonight. We could be 3 out with a Kenny Cott winner-take-all series against the Twins. We could be in first place by Sunday.
When are we going to bring back the old bless you boys? Let's get this thing going.
Do whatever you like. This is a town that is empty. We have nothing. And this scrappy group of tryhards just finding ways. Who am I kidding? This division's the worst division in history, but I don't care. Every team's below 500, so as you did this to yourself, somebody's got to have the nicest crack house in the city of Detroit. That's going to be us. We are going to be the crack chalet. Tiger baseball. Let's win this thing. Honestly.
No, because here's the thing.
2 out of 3.
They keep doing what you need them to do.
That's it.
Just to stay relevant, to keep treading water and hoping that.
And the Twins can't get out of their own way. Last night they got blasted again, so the Tigers basically being no hit didn't even hurt them.
And as bad as the division is, I believe if this is correct, they're 10-7 against all the teams in the division. They got a winning record in this bad division against everybody else that they're competing with.
Kenny is already committed to it. He's in the stands this weekend.
Yeah, I'm going Sunday.
It's happening.
100%.
The day that they take over first place.
That's right. I'll be there for the grand transition. They'll be first place.
The day.
Kenny, you're going to make me come down to the game, aren't you?
We have all made a commitment that if this team is in first place by the time the 4th of July hits, we're all wearing matching Pit Vipers on the air. We saw some electric sunglasses out there. We're going to make it happen. Look, man, I don't have anything. Like, listen.
I just say, how about we just do a broadcast from, some crack-infested neighborhood and say,
well, there's no shortage of those.
This is representative of the division.
All right, listen. Here's just my question, because we're going to get to the Lions alternate helmet release today. I know a lot of people have a lot of thoughts on it. We'll get to it. We are going to continue to prime the pump as it relates to the NBA draft. Tomorrow, we got you covered. Rico is going to give you every player that you might take at 5. A breakdown, really good stuff. We're going to have a fun NBA draft mockery, if you will. Lots of that tomorrow. Probably do a wraparound today, though. But I want to ask about this. We started the week with this, and now we're sitting here. They took 2 or 3 from Kansas City. I wish it was a sweep. And when Lord Carpenter came up to bat in the 9th last night, Kenny.
I was like, it's playing out exactly the way we said it was going to play out.
And I had the Jesus GIF loaded up on the phone. It was ready to be sent upon impact.
And I think the 1-0 was, guys, I'm with you with your Tiger team, but quit messing with me. You know what? You won't score against the Royals. How about that? That's your 1-game punishment.
But guess what? It didn't hurt.
No.
Because the Twins couldn't win. So look.
The Red Sox came through.
You got a shot to be 3 out at the end of tonight. So my question is this. Which number matters more to you? And I want you to think about this. Being 9 games under 500 or being, at time of broadcast, 3.5 out of the division? And I want you to think about this. Because if you're like me, and I'm having fun because I don't want to be in a bad mood, normally I would tell you the number that matters is you're 9 under 500. Right? That is the indicator that I don't care about how bad things are, that there will be a oppo regression where someone's going to win more games than you in this division. But is it being 9 under, and that number matters more as to why you don't believe, or being 3.5 out and scoreboard watching tonight and being in the mix as a reason to believe? Which of the two numbers matters more? And I don't think there's a right or wrong answer. I have no issue if you call up and say the 9 games under and why I don't believe. But here's reality. Kenny's a case in point on this. Not that he's some genius, but the fact is the team might be able to get into first place, and look who's going down to a game this weekend.
Yeah.
And last I checked, did the Pistons play a single game this year outside of opening night they had a chance to go into first place?
No.
Okay. Did the Lions play a single game where they had a chance to go to first place? Not if starting 1-6, you didn't.
No.
Okay?
No.
Did the Red Wings have a single game where they play? I'm making a point. When you have limited options and Rico himself says, hey, crack house, y'all, like, I'm asking.
See, I would go with the 3 games out because that's what's more important.
You surprised me.
No.
Okay, go ahead. Sell this.
It's the 3 games out because, Mike, it's obtainable. You don't have to worry about all the other teams and all the other divisions that are much better than you. Just accept that fact that, you know what? We're not as good as them. But we don't have to compete against them. We're going up against bad teams. We just have to be the best of a bunch of bad teams. And if that means we're only 3 games out, it gives us a shot. Now it's the cliche. Once you get to the playoffs, anything can happen. You'll probably lose, but once you're there, you're there.
You could change the probably, but that's fine.
But you have to get there. So if you're worrying about, we need to make up the 9 games to get to 500, yes, if you do that, chances are you'll win the division. But right now, just worry about the 3 games. Get tied, make this interesting, and now all of a sudden teams are chasing you.
What about in an alternate universe? What if I told you at the start of the year you'd be 3.5 games out, scoreboard watching, June 21st? Would you have taken it? No one would have ever foreseen the division would have been this bad. But every Tiger fan, I think, would have signed up. They would have tripped over their ding-ding to be 3 or 3.5 out right now. Look,
Yeah.
I understand what I'm watching. It's not a good baseball team. But you know what? A not good baseball team, amazing English language by me, a not good baseball team is going to win this division. So
And that's why the 3 is much more important.
Okay.
If you were in the East, this is a different, but you're
Oh, my
not.
God.
You're in the Central.
Yeah, and you know
and
what?
everything else here
Rico's
is
right
bad.
on this. Like, no offense to you guys. Like, we do football every day because it's what we all care about. It works. Rico and I really don't want to be doing hypothetical Lions right guard topics. So the fact that this team is only 3.5 out and could be 3 out by the end of the night, why can't we just talk about it? David, which number is more important, 3.5 or 9 games under?
No, David, before you get to that, remember this too.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking 3.5 right now. This team went through a 9-game losing streak, and they're still hovering and have a chance for first, which
I think in a sick way, what you just said is why it's forcing me to buy in. The fact that they lost 9 in a row and all it took was a decent weekend of baseball for them to be, 5 out?
Yeah.
Now they have a chance to be 3 out. What are we? I tell you this, if you don't like what I'm saying to you, I haven't changed. You guys know how I feel. Guys, what am I supposed to say? There is a legitimate chance we could take the air Monday where this team is tied for first, in first, game out of first. What would you like me to tell my listeners? Use the airwaves as a personal bidet? No. We don't have anything. It's been a decade. No major town has taken more crap from their 4 teams than Detroit. It's factual. We've had the worst run, arguably in history, for futility of any 4-sport town in American sports history the last 5 years. And it's been one of the worst historically over the last 10.
right. And I'll say this: imagine if you just took the college teams away from here.
I just did.
We would have had nothing to root for.
Well, and let's face it, a lot of people don't like college sports.
True, but
we take it for granted because A, we both went to one of the schools, but B, I don't know, we're close to it where college sports is awesome. But reality is, a lot of people don't care.
Fair.
You know what I'm saying? But
no, that's fair.
So David, which number means more?
The 9.
Okay.
The 9 games under means more because that tells me who they really are in my mind. And I'll say this: it's not you all's fault. I'm gonna bring my dad voice out. I'm disappointed in all 3 of you guys because you all are falling for it, but it's the city's fault. You're right, Mike. You just said it. Because the city has been so bad, we haven't had anything close to a winner except last year at the end when the Lions got a winning record, and you see what they reacted, how they reacted. Because the way the city's been, we're going for a 9-game under 500 team, and we're excited about it.
Because, David, the city is thirsty, and they're willing to drink dirty water. They are.
It's poison water.
It doesn't matter. It's still wet, and it's water.
The 9 matters to me. They're awful.
So it's all you have.
Well, I think when we were talking about this earlier in the week, I told you guys, 4 games, 3 games. If they can whittle this thing down to like that number, that's when I'm going to start to pay a little bit of attention, and they have done that. And 9 games seems like a mountain. 3.5 games, you're right there.
Even if they go into the weekend and they're 4 out, let's say the Twins save the series.
Was it 3 games or 4
3-game
games?
series. Let's say you win the series against the Twins. You start next week 3 out. Or the dream sequence is let the good times roll. They sweep the Twins right out of here. Twins are reeling. And all of a sudden, at worst, if the Twins win tonight, you're a game out as you start July. Right? Next week is what? The 29th and 30th of June and all that jazz?
Yeah.
Rico, I'm not going to go on the air and be that guy. Of course I'm cynical. Of course I know they're not good. But look, what David said is true. And if you're disappointed in me, Detroit, because I'm not serving the poo-poo platter daily 2 to 6, what do you want me to do?
I'll serve the poo-poo platter.
See,
You go ahead
David-
and be excited.
David, you can't be disappointed in us because this is just the reality that we're in. As Kenny said, 3.5 games means that even if they only win 1 this weekend, next week we're still within fighting distance of getting there.
How about this? David, you mentioned a story today about how you had to discipline your kids because they just want to play video games all day. Take it back to where all of us played video games. View what the Tigers are doing as you were playing Tetris and you advanced a level. And then the Lego blocks start falling faster. What Rico just said is spot on. This isn't about September 15th or Labor Day weekend or August 5th. This is about, do we earn the right at the arcade to get to the next round? Mm-hmm. We don't want to feed any quarters. We don't have any quarters. This is get to next week. And you know what we're going to do next week? Survive till the 4th of July.
1,000 more points and you get a free man.
Right.
That's it.
And I think that's what my problem is, trying to adjust expectations or adjust what I believe in.
You're not, though.
But here's
I'm
the thing.
not adjusting.
You don't
can't
have
win-
to. You suspend. I'm sorry, 1 second. No, and then I want you to explain it to him, but just suspend disbelief for a minute. Just go with it. Go ahead.
Because you can't win the World Series on June 21st.
Temporarily change expectations. We've been over this.
Did I not tell you guys
David
this
does
is where
it
we
every
are?
Sunday at 10 a.m. When you go to church, you suspend common sense. You have no problem doing it then. So do it now.
And when they go 0-3 this weekend.
There's a way. You can't be the guy on Sunday that believes in a talking snake and then come here and tell me we can't have fun being 3 games out of first. You can't do it. No. The answer's no.
No, I'm just saying.
It's the same thing.
He's making me defend him.
That's right.
Do you realize that?
I know when he was. I know.
I want to sit here and throw things at him.
Can't do it.
I can't.
That's right.
I can still throw things at him, but
Wouldn't be nice.
right.
248-539-9797. Let's get into it. We'll get to the NBA stuff later. We're going to do the Lions helmet top of the hour, 5 o'clock, prime position. And here's the key. Rico and I made an agreement we weren't going to share a single opinion about that helmet pre-show. It's just more fun when you just get into it. You know what I mean. It's better that way.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah.
All right, good talk. 248-539-9797. We'll get some ticket texts. We'll get some phone calls. We are in a pennant chase. 97.1.